Hello, 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 ladies and lads. Welcome back to another stream. How's it going? Alright, oh, didn't mean to hide that. Hello. How's it going? I'm slightly more awake for this stream. Slightly. I have work in like 12 hours. This weekend flew by really fucking fast. So, let's make some bad choices and play Rogue Trader for like 6 hours tonight. I meant to go live 2 hours earlier, but I got distracted by A, food, and B, Shia went live. I haven't got one of his streams in a while, so it's like I really want to watch him for a little bit, and then next thing I know, it's almost 7, and I'm like, shit, I haven't streamed yet. I could have taken today off, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I really want to hop back into Rogue Trader again. And yeah, yeah. So we're just gonna be chilling out, playing some Rogue Trader tonight. So yeah, and my 2 games that I've spun for or revealed, if you missed it in the previous stream, was Baldur's Gate 3 and Monster Hunter World. Be taking the place of Astroneer and why have I forgotten what the previous one was before Baldur's Gate? Hold on. Let me go to the done section. If I am correct, it was Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Yeah. So if you missed the past 2 streams, those were those were that. Those were those spins. So yeah. Yeah. I did a little bit of work on the repo video. Just a little bit, unfortunately. My plan was to stream earlier on in the day and then spend the later half of the day editing. But that didn't pan out. I was waiting most of the day to see like what was for lunch and then for dinner, and then it just didn't turn out very well. So instead, we're just we're here now, a lot later than I want to be. God, I gotta fix this problem of mine that I have. This procrastination. Yeah, so tonight we're playing some Rogue Trader, as I do every other stream. I was trying to see if I could get my friends to hop on Peak, but they didn't want to. They're all busy or whatever. So that's why we're playing Rogue Trader tonight. Main reason. And yeah. Is the game gonna open? There we go. So yeah, we're just out here vibing tonight. You know. With the download of Monster Hunter World, by the way, that has left me with having to like Thanos snap half of my fucking multiplayer games. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's something that had to be done. So I'm left with Friends vs. Friends, which my friends do not want to play with me, ever, for some reason. Repo, and Peak. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll keep the... Actually, no. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause the music. I'm sorry. It doesn't fit the vibe. All right. So, last stream, which was an almost 6-hour stream, we had completed everything on whatever the fuck that planet was called. We went to like the governor, and then we had to go to the monastery. Then we went back to our ship, and we dealt with some people that needed to be dealt with. So now we need to go back to the map, and we're going here because I was told I gotta go here urgently. So, Lord Captain, reporting the heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Urak 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. Demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We've also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite house requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Turn back. No one dares to give me orders. We will not invade a Navis Nobilite station without first acquiring official approval. Contact the station again. The Vox relays the cadet's sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I'm sorry, Lord Captain, the station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the people to do a scan. Yes, Lord Captain, the Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear Stanek and Vigdis's measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan on the station, of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains: why are these esteemed navigators heralds ignoring us? I think they were invaded by somebody. Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. I'm taking all of them. Everybody with me. We're doing this shit. To Urak 5. Oh, dead people. That's always a good sign.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
Damn.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Damn. Because I'm oblivion for your transgressions against. I can't see. Moreover, prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. In the name of House or Celio, I command you to execute the infidels. Damn. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move. That's a good sign. And the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. An alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to real space, also known as the Immaterium, the Imperium, the Aether, the Sea of Souls, or warp space. Abelard, if you would be so kind. I came from Rykad Minoris after receiving your distress call. Sis, brother, it was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. Let's go with this one. Navigator frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be a lord of the Von Valancius dynasty. Yes, I am absolutely positive, in fact. Recognized everywhere. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Eurek 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. Navigator looks at his guards and winces. The soldiers are quivering as if their tormented flesh were being flayed, yet they keep clutching their weapons. Oh, there's some warp fuckery going on here. I think that's what's putting them on edge. But I hope they realize I am a rogue trader with an inquisitor with me, so... Provide me with a navigator and I will immediately depart the station. I came here in search of a navigator, so you're coming with me. Just take him. Why would a keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? I don't really care about that. I just give me a navigator, I'll leave, bro. I do not think this is possible. Eurek 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And besides, Felk gestures at the disorder around him. You've chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. I came in search of a navigator, so you're coming with me. Is that so? Even wounded Felix Orselio remains composed. I do not think so. You cannot force me. You can only end my life. But this is not your heart's desire, is it? Perhaps we can help one another and reach a more beneficial agreement. What agreement are you talking about? You came to the station for a reason. House Orselio will not be able to help you until the current crisis is resolved. Alright, fine. Who do you need me to kill? But if you aid us now, I promise we will reach an agreement that you will find satisfying, be it riches, influence, or the powers of our navigators. I don't care about riches, I don't care about influence, I literally just need a navigator because ours is dead. There's no other options here. Why would a keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? Blame lies with Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Eurek 5. The old man was a great navigator, but he could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Cassia. His madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, where he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. The Theobald I knew would never have used his powers in such a reckless manner. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I'm going to try. Warp currents in the system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles and have worn the veil between our worlds and the Immaterium thin and frail. At least here on the station, the ruinous powers, malign metaphysical force composed of psychic energy that exists in an alternate dimension known as warp, are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed, and pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. Lunatics took my mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who still followed the light of the Golden Throne to set things right. Lord Navigator here is speaking the unvarnished truth. I bet this station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through from the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door open wide. Suffocating grip of the Immaterium can be felt across the entire system. It is not surprising the veil grew thin here of all places. The Navis Nobilite can command the warp currents, but the use of their abilities wears down the barrier between the two worlds. I see. I don't see. I sincerely hope the influence of the Immaterium has not yet affected your body and your soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain at the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Cassia. If you are not willing to help or indeed risk your life, you must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I still have questions concerning the situation on the station. Taken by force. I do not care about your mistress. I am looking for a navigator, and you will too. Attack. Your words are rife with disrespect, and I will not tolerate it. Holy shit! What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chamber, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio herself. What the fuck? This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tank priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. Pascal excitedly reaches for a data slate, pressing access to the object's data crypt. The Navis Nobilite use independent modifications of standard sanguinary technologies due to the uniqueness of the genetic code inherent in the lineage of each house. Bellic looks exhausted, but arrogant resolve bolsters his voice. And those technologies were made secret for a reason. I must respectfully decline your request, esteemed servant of the Omnissiah. You have your sacraments, and we have ours. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? Station's main cogitator is, what is this again? Any type of, digital computer. Is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. I guess that makes sense. So, what have you decided to send of the Valancius line? The woes of your house upset the balance of power in this part of the galaxy. I will help you, if not for the sake of profit, but for the good of the Imperium. It will be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. The Rogue Trader's aid will cost House Orselio, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. I will rescue your mistress, but in return I require that House Orselio sign a contract with my protectorate. There's the taken by force and attack. It'll be an honor to save. Let's do that one. Bellic nods curtly. You should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, Rogue Trader, and may the Emperor's light be with you. That's what I say. Okay, so we need to restart the elevator. Okay. Control can be run using blood and a sacred mechanism.
Stay sharp.
There's a lot of shit around here.
The Whispers told me how.
We're mauled by a force far beyond. Oh shit! I should probably level my characters. Get them ready for this. Fortress while soldier has full cover against an enemy. The soldier gains plus 10% damage against that enemy. The enemy's attack deal. Let's go with that one. Sure. Up your agility. Inquisitor. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Interception. When the warrior parries an attack, their next warrior archetype ability. When no enemies adjacent to the warrior at the start of the warrior's damage increased by +8 for 1 melee attack. Ooh, give me that. And then toughness increase. Let's see. Let's get your warp lore up and your perception up. And Pascata, logic and perception. Please. There we go.
Marching ahead.
The Navis Nobilite is a unique part of the Imperium's apparatus. The privileged position navigators occupy enables them to carry out questionable acts, which they hide behind the walls of their fortresses.
The station's silence can hardly be considered a good sign. Perhaps it was attacked by cultists, or, as with our ship, the strike came from within.
Well, I mean, the guy told us that an old guy went kind of crazy, so... let's see. You know, power element must be restored using the commutator in the guard room.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Oh, I hear stepping.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Servant. Rumbles incoherently. Okay. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, he's eating somebody's guts. Okay.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Souls took their own lives by sight. Ooh. Yoink. Yeah, I'm kind of looting your guys' shit, by the way. That's just something that happens. Very unfortunate for you.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Ooh. Ripper auto pistol and some frag grenades. Nice. What the hell is this? Mutated flesh sample. Ew. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. Why not?
Let's seize the moment.
Oh, this looks like a fighting area. Oh, I think it is. Protect the child. What the hell? Oh!
Your execution is assured.
Oh! Oh. Oh, okay. Myself back here. Argenta, gonna give you full cover. Abelard, I need you front and center. Same with you, Heinrichs. Pascal and Adira, you are both back here with me.
Stay vigilant.
Yes, I do see this guy right here. But this is the main force. It's gonna be coming at us.
Weather the storm!
Break their morale.
Alright, Abelard. Do what you do best. Run up to them, or walk up to them, that also works. And just start beating the shit out of them. Hell yeah. Endure. Charge.
Reduced to dust.
Brace for impact. That's a lot of shaking.
Follow my lead. Weapon at the ready.
Oh shit, there's a guy over here too. Fuck.
Follow my lead. Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh, that worked out.
My faith strengthens me.
Onward! Moving out!
Oh, they got a lot of people.
Ugh, my ears are ringing.
Alright, I'm so very sorry for you, Abelard, but you might be hit here.
But not by much.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, it's more as I command, but, you know, that also, you know. Girl,
Is a prayer.
that had to have been on purpose. There ain't no way that wasn't on purpose. Two of those shots went right into Abelard.
I must not falter. Follow my lead. Weather the storm.
High momentum.
Why are you so low of health?
I need a foothold.
Right there. Maybe you cleave
I won't object to that. Your reckoning
both
is
of them. As you fucking do. Hit him with that.
I feel the power surging.
I don't know what that does, but it does something. Now fuck him up. Can you charge? Cannot charge.
The
Oh, you can move
Emperor
closer.
is on our side. I won't object to it.
Okay, try that again. There we go. Very good. Oh, there's body call over the edge. Alright, my turn. I'm gonna
They won't
take
expect
that guy
this.
out first. Nice. Okay. Turns out we did not, in fact, need Pascal over here.
One route forward.
Nice. I'm gonna give you guys the buffs. Nice job.
Follow my lead.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
Gonna
It will be done.
sworn enemy you.
Follow my lead.
Onward.
Vengeance will be swift.
There is movement in the Empyrean. But of course,
Oh, nice. That did make sworn enemy useless, though.
Guided by faith. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is
Damn.
worthless.
Anyways,
Let's
fuck him
see
up,
to it
Heinrich.
I'm done with this one.
Bro, he's so powerful.
But of course, Lord Captain.
I got him in engagement range. Alright. Let's see if I can't.
I know what to
Fuck
do.
him up.
A costly mistake.
Oh! I didn't know I was built like that. What the fuck? I didn't know I was goated like that. What the hell? Damn! We fucked him up! Oh my god! Holy shit! I just up and fucking sniped him! It's crazy.
Venture forth. Now that was easy.
Statue by the former famous Calixian sculptor and chronicler Zacharias Vernon the Magnificent. The 23rd year of the Millennium Original. Don't save again. Alright. There's nothing over there. Let's see what's all over here. Lady Navigator's statue looks pristine and new. Okay. Libraries full of treatises by the most distinguished scholars of the Imperium, from Astra Militarum tacticians to Adeptus Mechanicus, Genitors. Yes, goods. Navigator flesh sample. A flesh sample with fragments of scales and...
Governor Medina believes he has everything under control. I am not so certain.
Brother, we're not on that planet right now.
What gives you that idea? Is it his selective blindness or his obvious attempts to sugarcoat the situation?
Info. Ew. Can I put this in? Interesting. So I just
Let's see
have
this
this now.
through.
Good to know. Just casual flesh samples, you know.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Mars pattern sword and noble silk gloves. The wearer gains +5 bonus to persuasion.
The machine dog grants the insight.
Ah, so that was just to get those, so okay. That's fine. Interesting.
Onward to victory.
Nothing around there. That's definitely somebody we're gonna have to fight. Gah, protect the child. Damn. Never mind.
My success.
Guy sends across the nearest thought, and a whole Aquila has been carved into their forehead. Shares are often executed in this way. Interesting, interesting. Damn, we have, like, a lot of things. Research notes of Namus Laboratorum Custodian Fortunata Orselio, Part 13. Keeper, that any Dark Tide? Did I accidentally put it on dark tide? Hold on. Wait, did I? Did I accidentally put it on dark tide? I didn't mean to. But this. No, it's on Rogue Trader. I had to uninstall Dark Tide because you guys stopped fucking playing it with me. And then I asked for Peak today, and you guys didn't want to play it with me today. So I'm playing Rogue Trader. Suck it. Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths. Ew. So we could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Nobilite. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery, but let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I am lucky to still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. That adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its temper, so we should probably introduce a more complex compound into the oh my god, this is so long. So we should probably introduce some more compound into the formula. All of the data related to the experiment were recorded to data crypt K040H. I will get back to them later once I'm done with the experiment. H41OK. Have I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child? Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. That was that one. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Interesting tidbits of lore. Oh, that looks lovely. Hello, disgusting room. Awaken the Cogitator Spirit. Cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. Buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. The tech priest Vox system emit a binaric shrill, and his mechanoids start furiously lashing in the air. I'm recording blasphemy. The person found guilty of such cruelty to a noble mechanism must be sentenced to immediate destruction. Awaken the Cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The Cogitators insides emit creaks and groans, and lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the Cogitator's systems. Request data on things. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Falco Orselio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald Orselio, location upper chambers, status alive. Calamira Orselio, location upper chambers, status deceased. Alexius Orselio, location lower levels, status deceased. Rasmus Esteban Orselio, location unknown, status deceased. The child, location upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceed the permissible limit, status unknown error. Attention, calming procedures advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, the control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact the station keeper or the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Examine the log. The archive data stored on the Cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. I got one. The volume's recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The tank priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding, requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. Preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone can be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. Following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out even a single word. Interesting. Examine the recent entries of the incident log, examine the station's docking log, examine the security and life support logs. Report X880 originator, classified date, classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Fuck does that mean? Report X886 originator, classified date, classified. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Data expunged. You'll love to see it. Docking logs. Log is almost completely corrupted, but you managed to recover the latest entry. Identity confirmed. Region Eronto or Celio. Data visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Data departure classified. Examine the security and life support logs. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life in a singular repeating message streams down the vid stream. Warning, damage in technical compartment A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning, living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the station's docking system. Warning, energy regulation system unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning. Pascal casts a brief glance at the vid screen and speaks dryly. The imminent demise of this void station is affirmed. The damage to its core infrastructure has reached critical mass, at which point further degradation has commenced and a cascading configuration. This place is fucked. Got you. View the encrypted data. Something buzzes in the cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the vid screen. Required access level is security captain or above. Current access level senior security officer. Break through the machine guardian's defenses. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. Cogitator's overloaded processor were unhappily. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness now floats across the screen in a single creeping line. Child delete picked flow disable access code annul station controls delete activate shuttle self-destruct purge command log. Oh. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, only the keepers of the station have access to life support systems, but Keeper Theobald has not left the child's side and neither had I. Could it be that call Reichheim Minoris for help. System cannot carry out your command despite the eager compliance of the machine spirits. One thing is certain, the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms. Switch to main chamber controls. The cogs within the sacred mechanisms slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The tired machine spirits grant you access to the station control or at least its parts that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors on the level. Cogitator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect as it fills with static just a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing error is required. Our system is emitted by inherent trill. The spirits of this sacred machine require special purification rituals in order to restore utilization of the lingua more familiar to the citizens of the Imperium requesting access to the device. Go ahead. Pascal's fingers drum out a resonant crescendo on the control panels as his mechanderites remove the metal cover and the data cord slides into the machine's innards. That sounds so wrong to me. The cogitator's body starts crackling with electrical impulses, and the tech priest nods with satisfaction. A few minutes later, Pascal raises his hands above the machine, chants a brief litany only he can understand, and pushes the surviving stump of one of the levers. Motherfucker praying after he finished. My humble prayers have satisfied this machine's requirements. Armory. Vidscreen lights up with a smattering of unfamiliar green symbols, and you hear a peculiar click from somewhere behind you. It appears one of the doors in the chamber has been opened. Vidscreen blinks and the mechanisms in the machine's core emanate a quiet hum. An elevator silent. Activate the elevator. Process query confirmed. Nice. Thing machine spirits and reset the operating protocol.
Forge ahead, never linger.
Is this the armory? I don't know, let's find out. Oh, that's a lot of dead people. Hello, dead people. No, this is a bathroom, what the fuck? Ooh, goods. Rough, bloody sketch. A crumpled sheet of paper with a drawing of a tall woman and a dark-eyed monster painted with fresh blood. Love to see it. Oh, I think this is the armory. Oh, hello, goods. Yoinking all of this shit. Ooh. Long las. Fire grenades. Love to see it. Love to see it. Collect all that. Pop it open, Pascal.
Successful.
What do we got? Bunch of things that might come in handy. And I don't know if there's...
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Let's see. Myself. This gun. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch my gun out for it. I'm gonna keep with the sniper gloves. I'm gonna get myself some fire grenades. Some regular grenades too. Switch out my shock baton. Okay. Sinskin. Okay.
venture forth.
Just head back out here. Oh, that's not good. So hold. Oh. Can I open this now? Fuck.
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Let's see this through.
Bellicor Celio. Turn on. Control rod is required. Fuck, how do I do that? I don't. Journal. Elder control rod can be rebuilt in the laboratory using blood and a sacred mechanism. Where's... I forgot where's it at? Give me the map. Where's the laboratory at? I have no idea. I don't know how timed this all is, so...
Marching ahead.
That was a problem for you.
Yes, it was. Not all of us are athletic, my guy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to fucking do. Okay, so it's clearly gotta be like... It's gotta be like this way. Am I just missing a door? This looks like a door.
Let's seize the moment.
Okay, maybe I need to go back and open all the doors. Awaken Cogitator. Main chamber. Open all doors on this level. Laboratory. Yep, that's what I needed to do. Oh. Yep.
Stay sharp.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Time is of the essence. Move. Move.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Psi crystal, shimmering crystal, I meant to ghostly light. More goods. Biogel, black water, unidentified acid. Oh god.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Oh, talisman of changing ways. Oh, text. Hallowed fingerbone charms and gilded phylactery. Okay, I got called upstairs. I will be right back. I've returned. Oh. Back to this. Save. Alright, what was this again? Synthetic ammo, fluid pools across the floor barely. Okay. This was cost extensive. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find
Venture
something.
forth.
So we fucked. How do I... Blood and a sacred mechanism. Is that the sacred mechanism? Oh, no. They got a door right here. Keep missing the doors.
Let's see this through.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna touch any of those other things. I don't think it's, I think it's a good idea to touch those other things. Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Easily done.
I like how that was just a single, button press, though.
Onward to victory.
Alright, Felic. Felic Orselio, looks a little better. His tangled hair is now, neatly braided. His wounds are tightly bandaged. And there's some healthy color under the scales on his cheek. On his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and power of the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress life, her life. Adira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling the crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy they fall at the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more, what paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who's who? Who do you see behind the masks? My whispers are giggling. My whisperers are giggling nastily. They will not speak. The naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Thank you. I did not understand a single word. Adira nods tiredly and glances at Felic out of the corner of her eye. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. Felic waves Adira off and looks at you expectantly. Hand over the key. Felic exhales loudly and smiles. Thank you, Road Trader. I don't even know what to say. Status and honor prevented me from admitting it before now, but you have awoken hope in me. Hope that I might actually leave the station together with the mistress, which is why I'm about to ask one last favor of you. The lowly insurgents got their hands on a weapon that suppressed my navigator hours. Their absence makes me a living target, but this weapon is useless against you, as is the bunch of lunatics wielding it. I humbly ask you to deal with the scum huddling upstairs and hurry to adorn my mistress with the relic of our house, a sacred amulet against all evil. Recent events have badly disturbed Lady Cassia's psyche, and warp entities always lust for weaker souls, especially when the veil grows thin. You too will be safe next to Charm. What do I get in return? You'll get everything you wanted, a loyal navigator and the undying gratitude of House Orselio. Have to be a lousy... After all this effort, I will personally feed you to avoid Kraken, just so we are clear. Very well, I will do it. You're gonna need this charm. Felic hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch, no matter how long you hold it in your hand. May the God Emperor's light be with you. Alright, let's go up. Oh! Wait a second. I recognize you. Aren't you on one of the cards? One of the Steam trading cards. Cassia, the pale figure with unnaturally long limbs, covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously as you approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Willpower test succeeded. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from the station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Adira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow! As if my own little pounds weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. I'm registering abnormal activity in my tear ducts. The salt being produced by my body may negatively affect the performance of my respiratory apparatus. The vulnerability must be rectified. It has been logged. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. She lowers her head and her white hair veils her face. Abelard is this? What foul creature is this? Argento rid the world of this heresy. Heinrich, what is this heresy? Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. Tessie sees, she wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Jade Von Valencius, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My presence here was requested by your faithful servant, Felix Orselio. I am looking for a navigator to join my crew. You look like you'll do. No, dude. Honey settles over her face and she nods consciously. Pardon my manners, Jade. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. All this shit going on and I'm just making my introduction. What is this? I feel faint. Heinrich jerks abruptly as if he intends to dash forward, but someone else is quicker. Thibaut Arcelio, the heavyset old man who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs, his eyes swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, but still the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve. Despite his vulnerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You, the old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins and his bulging milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. What a description. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain, this one's so deranged it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Abelard places a hand on his weapon. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening on your Act 5. I mean you no harm. I came to seek the navigator's aid. You will answer for everything you have wrought on this station. Surrender and slowly step away from Lady Cassia. Yeah, at present I'm trying to determine this shit. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix's service. So who are you? Jade Valvalensis, Rogue Trader. Another Rogue Trader in our corner of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orcelio now asks the service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today, you decide. What is the curse that is taking hold of everyone in this room? The Evolved Round's curse. You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orcelio. They call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Idira mutters under her breath. You look frightening. What service do you ask of me? I want to know what happened between you and Felik. Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Eronto, acting head of House Orcelio, in the Corona expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Argenta looks at Cassia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. You're talking as though you expect to die here. I want to know what happened between you and Felik. Felik is my wayward student. He came to Iraq 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir to our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our Novators, a patriarch or matriarch that rules over Navigator House, the figurative and often biological father and mother of the dynasty. Tisiphone Orcelio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novator's throne. So choose whose side you are on, a murderous traitor or the lawful scion of a noble house. Abel speaks these words softly, looking at the unconscious young woman with reverence. The interrogator looks from unconscious Cassia to Theobald. I presume this Navis Nobilite house has reasons for treasuring the child other than uncontrolled outbursts of war sorcery. What might those be, I wonder? A young, immature navigator who likely hasn't yet completed her training? Theobald interrupts him with an indignant shout. Enough! I will not have you questioning myself or my charges within the domain of House Orcelio. Talking as if you expect to die here, shrugs indifferently. My service to the house is coming to an end. Wounds Felik inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. Felik accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low. The old man looks at the unmoving Cassie and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's life were not at stake, very well. I have no choice or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite if the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you. I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice, trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a bright future. If you need help, there's a Medicaid station on my ship. But Theobald only shakes his head. No, I am the keeper of Yurok 5, and I will perish along my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. My options are, Felix is a true monster, let's do away with him together. The last thing I need is a monster on my ship. Cassia shall remain here, and you shall serve as a navigator on my vessel while you still live. I should bring Cassia to Felix as I promised, or attack. I am sick of this station. I'm taking Cassia and you and Felix. Shall suffer a less enviable fate. Trying to think of who I trust here. We got Felix, who... I'm gonna keep it real with you, he hasn't been as upfront with me. This guy is willing to die here. He's not asking much of me, he's just asking for me to take Cassia away from the station. Felix wants me to bring her to him. I think... Oh god. I don't know what to do. Let me get a good look at you. I need to see if I trust you. Felix didn't want to come up here himself, which is kind of suspicious. Yeah, Felix is a true monster, let's do away with them together. Dips his head in favor of the proposition. Allies are always welcome, even temporary ones. I will revive the child. Do not be alarmed. The power of House Arcelio's heir will help us to destroy our enemies and shield us from Felix's navigator forces. But you, rest for a time before the battle. So, he gave me this. It's always cold to the touch. Interesting. I'm gonna add that to cargo. What's this? I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore either. Dark-eyed monster. Tall woman and a dark-eyed monster. That would be Felix, wouldn't it? Felix was described with, like, extremely dark eyes, you know? Interesting, interesting. Anyways, level up. Let's see. Can I get more fire moves? Blazing Inferno. Critical hit chance increases by +1% until the end of combat every time the psyker deals damage by any means. Fire Within. Every time the psyker kills or scores a critical hit against 8 creatures in one combat. Reason why I haven't been using psychic abilities recently is mainly because of like the weird warp effects. and shit. I mean, last time we tried to use one of those abilities, it kind of backfired and spawned a demon of Zeech. So, you know, I'm good. Die increases wounds by half as the character's level. I think we go with that one, and then let's up my Imperium lore. Abelard. I'm gonna give you Reckless Strike. And then maybe Officer to use any range weapon. That one. Argenta. Rapid Fire. Sure, why not? And up your awareness as well. I'm gonna give you Breakthrough. No, Purge Soul. And then I'm gonna give you Single Line Siphon. Sure, why not? Let's see. For you, we should probably give you something. Victor Downfall. And then Logic. And you Fresh Target and Awareness. Ranged attacks. Against enemies with less than. Can I give this to you? Grants 15% critical hit chance to ranged attacks against enemies. Love to see it. What's your persuasion? Now it's 35. Oh wait, no. Take that off. Give it to Abelard. Oh shit, your persuasion is so much higher. What about mine? What's my... Okay. Looks like Pascal's actually getting... Oh, wait, no, hold on. What's the... Okay. Never mind. Abelard, you get the gloves. You get the fancy noble silk gloves. All silky and shit. Heavy leather armor. Nice. Arc rifle. Do we actually have a pistol that's a lot stronger than his? Not seeing one. Let's see here. Sniper rifle. Well-maintained sniper rifle. Sorry, I have to go through and deal with things. Interesting. Let's see here. Auto pistol. Could give you an arc rifle. Oh, I love that because he has the machine arm thingy. That's really cool. I like that fact. Yeah, let's give you the arc rifle, I suppose. Awesome. Can't use that. Last pistol is 6 to 8 damage. Well, we made our decision to side with old guy here. Shall follow you.
Marching ahead.
Okay. Is there anything around here I can look at in particular? Private library. Hello, goods. Yoink. Luxurious feast was left untouched. Interesting. Man, they just got the bed right here, right next to water and shit. It's crazy. I want to see what this painting's all about. As if it was rendered in several different hands, timid, uncertain times, strokes, something like that. One owner appears to be living in the cage. Somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Interesting, interesting. Activate the elevator. It's about time we repay those who betrayed our house. Come. Rogue traitor, you treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. That's enough, boy. You betrayed the house. You betrayed our house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. I am a savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them. Oh boy. This is gonna be a full fucking battle. Oh!
Me was a mistake.
Stand your ground.
Abelard. Right there. Heinrichs, you're gonna take that guy out immediately. Argenta, right there. I'm going right here. Adira, there. Pascal, my boy. I'm gonna set you right there. Let's start this shit. Man, they casting some freaky magic shit. Alright, Adira. Ready to get crazy?
That is not my destiny. No can do. On it.
Come on. You're coming closer. Argenta. Can I get you to go, like, right here for me? And then we're gonna do some crazy trick shots.
I'll do it.
And then we're gonna
As
do
the
run and
Emperor
gun.
commands, I act.
And I'm actually gonna have you move right here
Move through me.
for a better shot.
Be the fire in my heart. I'll do it.
And just
Eradicate it.
oh, you'll love to see it.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh. Wait, Adira again. Oh shit. You already dominated.
Was that you? Or
Let me hit him with that.
moving out?
High momentum.
Can I charge at him?
Victory is
Yes, I can. Ha 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 ha. Fuck him up.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
Fuck him up.
I took care of this one. It will be done.
Endure.
I will do my duty.
Damn.
My place is at the fore.
Oh my god, Abelard, you're so overpowered now. My boy. I think he just
It will
ends
be
the
done.
combat here. Nearly.
Viewer target.
Nearly. There's still one more left. I don't know where. Where's he at? Abelard can move towards. Oh, this guy. I forgot about him.
Tested tactics are the best ones.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of fucked. Just kill him. Just kill him, Heinrich. No one on our side died. Theobald or Celio. Theobald comes up bluish blood. The armor plate.
Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
The armor plate on his chest is perforated in a few places, and there's a tangle of metal and viscera where his abdomen ought to be. When the navigator's pale eyes find Cassia, he quietly rasps. Words he said.
Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. Wake up. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Cassia looks at the navigator's body in bewilderment, and you're overwhelmed with an inexplicable sense of loneliness and grief.
He was a fine seer of the warp. He fought for his mistress until the end.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
Losing a mentor is a sorrowful event, beginning the mantra of spiritual assuagement.
Is everybody gonna comment on this? I regret that we had to meet under such circumstances.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Well, that's not gonna happen. This place is about to blow, and we're wasting precious seconds. We should probably get going.
What are you going to do to me?
If you wish to leave the station alive, you must first sign a contract you will undertake to serve as my navigator until I release you from the obligation. Lady Cassia, I, Jade Von Valancius, rogue trader of the Imperium of Man, offer you my protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel. Lady Cassia, let us aid one another, become my navigator, and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity. That one.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
Damn, She did not care. Oh shit. Does someone just have to, like, stay here? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Okay, I think... I think Adira went back to the ship. Hopefully. Hold on, we gotta loot everywhere first.
What advice do you seek?
Shit. Oh, and we need to level you up now. Holy shit. Willpower is a good thing to level up for you. Starts all turns, including extra turns with 3 additional movement points. That sounds good. Steel Resolve. And Willpower. Get back in the fight. No. Held in my gaze. And then... Mastery of Time. Gains an extra turn, the navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. Reward. Holy shit. I have Oblivion. Commerce. Finest Hour. The target of the Finest Hour gains additional bonuses. Gains more bonuses. The target until the end. That one, more commerce. Fellowship. Sure, why not? Are there any healing things? Natural Lure or Fellowship. Okay, I think it's mainly just like weapons around here. I think. Yeah, just a bunch of weapons. Alright, to the void ship. Whoa, what the hell? Tactical goggles, thrice pioneer's braces. Deadshot stub revolver. Staff of Orcelio. Sure. Accept. Well, there goes that Uric 5 station thingy. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Like my chair. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her final quarters first, your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. You decided not to make use of the charm that could inhibit Cassio or Celio's powers. Oh shit. Without even looking at the box master, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. Hey, so can you, like, not do that as much? Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Victus, then lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What did you wish to speak about? Tell me more about what the ritual entails. First, you will do your duty as navigator. All other conversations can wait. And not speak to you. Go to the Sanctum Navis now. What did you want to speak about? Because I ain't fucking with that. After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders, I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Why are you asking for these items? Now is not the time to indulge in painting. Tell me more about what the ritual entails. Why do you refuse red paint? I shall ensure that all necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. Tell me more about what the ritual entails. I doubt the uninitiated could understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I feel like I hear that a lot. I must merge my mind and will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. Cassia lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I use the House Orcelio ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts, and then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmarish visions, mirages, and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system, of the light, the guiding thread, so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. Cassia unfurls her hand as though dropping something. But you have nothing to worry about. The navigators of House Orcelio never lose their course. Why do you refuse red paint? It is my habit to use the blood of my attendants so as to preserve my own. However, given the current circumstances, my own will serve even better. The blood of the Navis Novae is sacred and so is more suitable for the communion ritual. Why are you asking for this? You're asking questions, the answers of which you cannot comprehend. Perhaps I may explain it all to you at a later time, but now our time is too precious to wait. As the navigator of House Orcelio, I give you my word that without canvas and paint, we have little hopes of a smooth journey through the warp. I have no reason to lie. Alright, sure. Cassie nods in thanks. I shall take my leave for you, of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me, if you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. Interesting, interesting. Do you have anything to say? Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the leaving navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light guide us all. Boxcaster in Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of closed pious chanting and the metallic clinking of impacts, initiating communion ritual. Then the stifled gasp of the lady and the faint whispers of brush. I see violent vortexes lashing, an ocean with a million flails and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother. And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her. No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassie's words and accidentally snaps one of the commutator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Boxmaster, see to it that you receive 5 lashes for the show of clumsiness. What is happening to Cassia? Cassia, are you alright in there? Leaving that Lady Navigator undisturbed. Continue the ritual, that is an order. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. Their throats are raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Shader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. Hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric and metallic clinking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station in Act 5. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruptions affecting Act 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia. I think the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. I'd also like to remind you that Governor Medina is still waiting to talk to you in his command center. Why is it always business with you, Vigdis? Couldn't you sometimes just visit and tell me how wonderful everything is? I'm flying out to meet with the governor immediately. Prepare the shuttle. I saw business in the system. Inform the governor that he will have to wait. Alright, let's go see the governor. Let's go! Oh no, Lord Captain, there's some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. God fucking damn it. It's always something. Always something.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Lady Navigator is engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassia looks up at you, starts and hides a weathered book behind her back. It pleases me to see you adjusting to life aboard the ship. Alas, a title alone is not enough to hold everyone's attention all the time. Point at the book in Cassia's hand. I see you're fond of reading. What do you think you're doing here? I did not give you permission to leave the bridge. It pleases me to see you're adjusting to life.
Compared to Urak 5, your ship is a boundless world of unfamiliar hues. And yet, the abundance of bright colors can at times be wearisome on the eyes. The bridge and the decks are so clamorous. In my search for a place of quiet, I was fortunate to come upon this islet of serenity filled with rare tomes and practically devoid of color.
Are you satisfied with your new attendance? I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. but I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
I did not mean to insult. Did not mean to insult at all. You're fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye.
Which one?
Every chapter is written in
Yeah,
verse.
3.
I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Good for you.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassie's response is reserved and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. Are you satisfied with your new attendants?
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornments on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is clear that she does not feel comfortable aboard a ship teeming with new people.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
I am terrified of you, so I want you to be comfortable and not hurt anybody.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
I'm beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far... Oh? You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad, and it is just as natural to share them with others. Quite right, so I would ask that you mind what you say from now on. It is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant, however, this crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I believe this conversation has reached its natural conclusion. Okay, so I definitely don't want to say this. This is just racist. Nothing to apologize for.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
She places a hand on her breastplate.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... My delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I'm noticing some romance options up here. I would rather we find amusement in somewhere else, but... Oh my fucking god! What I find childish in your manner of addressing me, what I find childish is your manner of addressing me as if I were your friend, and your mistaken belief that anyone here would be. Oh, I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not that long ago. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of my people. Just remember to keep your emotions in check. Okay. This one.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
I see the romance options at the top, and it's tempting me. It is very tempting me, but I'm more terrified than in love with this woman. Is it so bad that we are enjoying each other's company, or... Oh my fucking god. Bro. Calm down. Keep it in your pants. Holy shit. I do not tolerate idlers on this ship. My officers know it well. Perhaps my people do not wish to disturb you. I'm afraid I must return. Perhaps my people wish to disturb you.
Because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Well, you have some time, because we still have some business in this system. I imagine once you see her annihilate half a dozen enemies with a gaze, you'll love Cassie as much as I do. I'm more terrified of that aspect. I don't know about you. I'm more terrified of someone being able to just fucking just stare at someone and kill them. I find that more terrifying than sexy. I'm terrified of her, but in like a friendly way. I'm not like ew monster or anything like that. I'm like, let's be friends. I don't want to be on your bad side. You know, if we got something in common, that's fine. I just I'm still just terrified of you. Oh man. Hey, I haven't been in this room since the fucking prologue. Nice to see it's all repaired now. Alright, back to the bridge. Holy shit. Oh, we are making some progress tonight. Alright, back to the governor. We gotta report to him or some shit about stuff that happened. Alright. Oh my fucking god, again. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Members of a sacred cult operating aboard this ship have requested an audience. They wish to present gifts and introduce themselves to their new captain. I have been the fucking Lord Captain of this ship for a while now, and they're just now deciding to come up. What sacred cult? They call themselves the Bloodspun Web. The cult defends the flagship from both internal and external threats. Lady Theodora held them in high regard and looked favorably upon their activities. Alright, sure, I'm ready to receive them. I will commence preparations at once, Lord Captain. Not just get to the fucking planet first. Alright. Alright, let's see what they want. Oh! Oh, damn! These motherfuckers crazy! Well, if lethality is not a turn on, you may not appreciate any of the romance options here. Oh, man. Oh, let me guess, these 5 people die. Those on deck watch in awe as the final figure moves gracefully into the ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whisper in excitement, while others murmur prayers to the God Emperor.
The Undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
Careful, crewman, you might be in the splash zone. They fall silent as the tall young woman steps forward. She moves toward you, soundlessly, the dim light casting shadows across the mask which conceals her face. The masked cultists repeat the words in a mournful whisper. We obey still.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her.
The woman's slender finger has been fitted with a metal claw. She points it in your direction and gazes at you from behind her bone mask with the cold, grim eyes of an assassin. She pulls out a sinister curved blade, and similar weapon suddenly appear in the hands of her motionless companions.
And now we give the gift of our blood to you. It is the gift of death.
What the fuck is happening on my ship?
Your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion.
What the fuck?
We give you a blade, the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow.
Why are you talking about yourself in the third person?
Blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
Hey, you know, you're kind of bleeding there. I think you should maybe, like, patch that up a little bit, you know? You've heard many stories about death cults such as this one. These devoted holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor. They are exemplary slayers, invisible executioners, and the scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Many righteous people honor them as votaries of the faith, while others see their fearsome rituals as frenzied spectacles touched by madness. Examine the cultists. The cultists are all voidborn. Void shadows. That's the DLC these fuckers are from. Their lithe, sinewy bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with an acrobat's nimble grace and strike with an assassin's swift surety. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Their red and black vestments are adorned with sharp spikes and ritual jewelry. Where time and training have worn their garments threadbare, you can make out patterns of bleeding and lacerations. Or at least go to Tau. Kibble's here making a mess, and we just cleaned up after the whole mutiny thing. Oh. Examine the captives. The prisoners cower beneath the weight of your gaze. Blood drips down the tear-stained faces of the captured officers, technomats, and workers. A word has been carved into each of their foreheads with meticulous precision. Traitor, heretic, apostate, renegade. The cuts have been diligently and regularly opened to prevent healing. Oh. Oh. Nasty.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
Not a big fan of blood. Too much. I keep it on in video games because, you know, gore is fun to some people. But I get, I'm not too much of a blood person. I'm not like a weak stomach to it, but it disgusts me. Interesting. So a death cult watches over my crew. They who honor the Emperor through killing, who devote their every deed to serving him. Sacred Executioners.
The Domin has discerned our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
Yeah, I just realized that it just clicked with me that Kibbles is the fucking nickname you gave to Cabela. I love that. Your heart is filled with awe as you gaze at the cultists. You recognize this feeling. You've experienced it before when you walked through the scorching flame and survived. The eyes of your grim guests burn bright with sacrificial fervor. They serve the God Emperor with wholehearted faith and devotion. What exactly does a cult like Bloodspun Web do? Tell me about yourself, Cabela. Are you the leader of the Bloodspun Web, or its herald, or its servant? Not towards the captain. Why have you brought this rabble to the upper decks? What does the cult do?
The tenets of the web teach us to read the threads of the future and understand the hearts of others. When a soul is filled with the poison of corruption, we know its time has come. We bring liberation. 3 strikes, 3 rebukes, 1 blade. This is how we serve the Undying One. This is how we serve you and your flagship.
You could serve me by cleaning up the bloody mess that you've made all over my ship. That would help. You know, you're kind of letting it soak in right now.
The virtuous martyrs who contravene his design without realizing it. Those who have come too close to faltering or committing an apostasy, but have not erred yet. We present such souls to the Undying One.
Okay, well the souls are kind of like all over the floor right now. If you could get like a towel or like a wet wipe at least, that would help. Oh jeez. You kill innocent people. You mentioned the tenets of the web. What are they? You have my blessing. May your blades bring swift death to the Emperor's enemies. Continue to serve me, dancers of death. But henceforth let my name be upon your lips when you shed blood. Instead of helping those who may soon stumble, you offer them death. I find that acceptable.
We follow his design. We claim those marked by his omens. We submit to his will. How could it be otherwise?
You kill innocent people.
We do not desire their death. We do not seek
You say as killing them?
Darkness. They come to us, and we usher them from this life. If his sacred tarot reveals that the Emperor wishes to accept these martyrs.
So, you find someone who's doing heretical shit, and you draw a card, and if the card says kill them, you kill them. I don't know, that feels like more like a 50-50 kind of system than you know, actual, like, judge of whether or not you should execute them. You mentioned the tenets of the web. What are they?
Our laws and teachings, our philosophy and way of life, our art of combat and spiritual dogma. The tenets are the blood-spun web itself.
Interesting. You're still following, like, my laws and rules, right? Alongside these?
Humanity owes its existence to the Undying Emperor's sacrifice.
Yeah, of course.
It is he who protects us from a darkness of terrors.
Yeah.
Hence, each of us has a duty to serve him.
Fair enough.
And a duty to die for him. To act otherwise is to waste the life that has been given to us by the Undying One. To become a thief. We help others understand this. We help them to live and die righteously.
Do you happen to come from a planet called Krieg? Because a lot of this would start making sense that you're saying, if that's true. Huh, okay. I find that acceptable. Cultists do not blink or look away as they stare at you. Tell me about yourself, Cabela. Tell me about yourself, Kibbles. Are you the leader of the Bloodstone Web, or its herald, or its servant?
I am the second spinner of the Bloodspun Web. The honor of this title is bestowed only upon those who have ushered more souls than...
Stops abruptly.
It is shameful to speak of one's own deeds. I'm here to become your shadow, not to make boasts.
Okay, so long as that sword doesn't go through me, I think we're gonna be fine. Alright? Well, me or my companions. Why have you brought this rabble up to my upper deck?
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One is death itself. The Undying One is duty itself.
Chat, I think she's just crazy. She might just be crazy.
Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the Bloodspun Web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
The others echo her words from beneath their bone mass. Undergo the test. Give weapons to the traitors. It is time for Cabela to prove herself. I'll judge the traitors myself.
Then, I will tell you of the treacherous blood that runs through their veins.
Oh. Damn, those swords are long as fuck. What the hell? These wretched apostates were caught trying to sabotage the reactor. They are guilty of treason. I swear, we are not I swear, we are not A woman in a Tanner protective suit pushes forward in protest, but her movement is halted by the thin cord wrapped around her neck. You notice that all the captives have been similarly restrained. The woman clutches her throat as a thin line of scarlet appears between her fingers. Theft of weapons, sabotage, and the deaths of the crew in Bay AL-82. Heinrich Montag, do you have proof of these charges, or are such claims the result of cultic revelations? There's doubt in the Infernus Master's gentle voice. With all due respect, it is difficult to discern the truth of these accusations without evidence. Divine visions and dark portents may be reason enough for you to shed blood, but not everyone here shares your perspective. He's right about that. Now, for Heinrich, the Lord Captain will decide the truth of these claims for himself. What about those prisoners you killed during the procession? Did you feel entitled to stand in judgment over them? Cabela is... Kibbles... is it true these things revealed to you through visions? What did the accused have to say in their defense? I've heard enough, though those traitors scum out of airlock. Yeah, what about the prisoners you killed? The scoundrels aided the traitor Voigtver and were caught carrying weapons. Their guilt and sentence were certain. They avoided immediate execution only so that the blood of the wicked could flow in a scarlet trail that led the blood-spun web to your glorious halls. Kibbles, is it true that these things were revealed through visions? Practice of sacred divination using the bones and sinews of a martyr led us to the reactor room. This is true, but it is also true that I behold the act of treachery with my own eyes. What do the accused have to say in their defense? Cords around the prisoners' necks are loosened just enough to let them speak. Have mercy, we're just technical tunnel workers. We were told to block the ventilation shaft leading into the reactor room. Fume leakage, supposedly. We didn't know we were doing anything wrong. We were just following or... That's not a thing to say to me. And as for why we were holding weapons, that was... Well, you know... The woman scratches her cheek nervously. She's lying. An injured officer scowls angrily. They smeared blood on themselves and crawled out of the tunnel wailing, "Oh no, the ship's been attacked. There are enemies everywhere. Defend the bay." We rushed off to investigate, and they used their cutters to break into the weapons storage at a guard station. They stole guns and headed straight to the reactor room. Bone and sinew revealed your hubris. You abandoned vigilance for the promise of glory. You did not give weapons to the traitors, but you left your post to seek a hero's path. Though you did not act with treasonous intent, you were complicit nonetheless. Okay. The tunnel worker, just kill her, okay? She's a traitor. But the officer, that's a different story. They smeared blood on themselves and crawled out of the tunnel wailing, "Oh no, the ship's been attacked. There are enemies everywhere. Defend the bay." We rushed off to investigate, and they used their cutters to break into the weapon storage at our guard station. They stole guns and straight for the reactor room. Okay. I will not punish you or your men. Continue your service and do not make any more mistakes. Get this treacherous rebel out of my sight. Shoot them. These commoners wanted to enter the reactor room. I shall fulfill their wish. Throw the traitors into the steam generator bay. They can boil in there. I shall spare the lives of the workers. Their guilt is unproven. Let them labor on the ship, but under the supervision of the enforcers. Throw them all out of their luck, and let's be done with this. I'm not gonna punish the officer. I'm not gonna punish the officer. We will never forget your generosity, Lord Captain. We will repay your loyalty with our lives if need be. What should be done with the rest of the prisoners, Lord Captain? I kind of want to do this. Yeah, sure. Throw them in the thing. Mercy, Lord Captain. Mercy, Lord Captain. Mercy. Lord Captain has spoken. Take them away. I cannot honor you by ushering the souls of those traitors to the other side. This troubles me, for I wish to serve you as the sword serves its master. Will you make me your shield and shadow, Daman? Your lordship, the spinners of the blood-spun web were watching, tracking, and killing Von Valancius' enemies long before the warrant of trade passed to Lady Theodora. However, that blade has also been known to cut short the lives of highly upstanding persons. The factotum swallows nervously, casting a fleeting glance at Kibbles. But I certainly do not in any way condemn the deeds of the deeply esteemed cult. I am sure they must have good reasons. The cultists are the scourge of the seditious. They bring the unrighteous to ruin. The enforcers respect the blood-spun web, for we share a common goal: to bring his light and his harsh justice to the darkest depths of the ship. Scourge of the seditious or not, folk are afraid of them for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what old Malik did to earn that privilege, though, and who's gonna feed his family now? Heinrich takes a drag on his Losik? Exhaling the thick smoke through his clenched teeth. But that's a lower decker problem. What matters is that the blood-spun web serves you faithfully, Lord Captain. None of us wanted to risk getting our name drawn out of their deck of death, so we all like the death cultists and will never say anything different. Confessor Edelbert, a plump old man in the rich robes of a confessor adds respectfully, "My predecessor once delivered a sermon about how the spinners saved this vessel from the servants of the archenemy. blood-spun web paid the price in blood, a river of scarlet that flooded the decks from bridge to bilge? They became the blood of the flagship, the pulse in its veins, and the beat of its heart. Their great sacrifice earned them the favor of House von Valancius. Seems that not all the officers have... Oh shit, it's 9 o'clock already. Ooh. It seems that not all the officers have been presented to me yet. Confessor, tell me about the Spinner's great sacrifice. I wish to hear what my retinue thinks. You'll be my shadow, Kibbles. I have enough fighters in my retinue. I do not need the Colt's gift. Seems that not all the officers have been presented to me yet. Confessor Adalbert, your lordship, as a humble servant of the Emperor, I am entrusted with the high honor of being the ship's confessor, or, in other words, the highest spiritual authority on your vessel. I'm here to oversee the purity of the crew's faith. I officiate in the officer's chapel and also look after the ship's reliquary. Reliquary? I don't know. Great sacrifice. I wish to confess. Tell me about the... yeah. The vessel was beset by famine and pestilence during a long warp jump. The flagship wandered uncharted paths in the Immaterium for 20 cycles straight. Servants of the archenemy used the despairing hearts of the crew to infiltrate the ship, and death followed. The hungry became the hunted, the famished became a feast. The exhausted crew was too weak and emaciated to resist the invaders, but then the spinners emerged from the depths. They stood alone against hundreds of foes, yet they did not falter, they did not sleep or rest as their blade-tip dance brought death. Though many spinners fell, the blood-spun web held strong until the flagship left the turmoil of the warp. Why are there so many fucking terrifying people in my company? I wish to hear what my retinue thinks. Argenta. I have heard, though only at a distance, the prayers spinners offer up to him. I have seen how their deeds fill the people's hearts with confidence in the inevitability of his wrath. Bloodsun Webb's loyalty to the Emperor is without question, as is their willingness to lay down their lives and fight against the archenemy. Why is everybody glazing them here? Although Lady Theodora never granted the Colt an audience or brought a spinner into her retinue, she respected the blood-spun web and approved of its mission. It is strange that shadowy forms are swathed in darkness, yet a radiant light burns within them like scarlet flame. I think it is a good sign. It is rare to see anyone filled with such light, even among servants of the faith. Many within the Inquisition look favorably on death cults. If you do not need a bodyguard, the Ordo Xenos might recruit her instead. You will fight. You will be my shadow, Kibbles. Sure. Welcome to the crew. Kibble's movements are slow, almost rhythmic, as she removes her ceremonial mask. The dark shadows of her eyes accentuate the deathly pallor of her skin, which is covered in ritual scars. That's kind of hot. Not the ritual scars, but the rest of that description. Henceforth I am your shadow, Domin Jade von Valancius, an instrument of death placed in your hand by the Undying One. For so it was ordained, and so his terror forspoke. Young woman bows her head once more. I also come bearing an invitation from the Vizier of the Bloodspun Web. He wishes you to know that the doors to the Undying One's temple are open to you. Are you suggesting the Lord Captain should go down in the depths of his flagship to search for this temple? With all due respect, the lower decks are for servants and crew. They're not a fitting place for his lordship. Okay, we settled this previously, Abelard. I'm more than willing to go down there. For Spoke, what do you mean, what Taro? What is Vizier? Why is Vizier not here to deliver the message himself? Where's your temple located? For Spoke, what do you mean, what Taro? The greatest, most sacred relic of the blood-spun web, the Emperor's Tarot. Only his chosen servants may earn the permission to rain blood upon the cards and perform a reading to see portents of the future, shadows of the past, or tangles of the present. However, the secrets of his Tarot are not for the ears of lay people to hear. I cannot tell you more. Not here, not now. Who is the Vizier? He is the first among us. The Vizier has spun the web of faith for fivefold longer than I have lived. Blood of the flagship's blood, my mentor and teacher. Why is the Vizier not here to deliver a message himself? The first spinner is old. His abode is in the temple beneath the flagship's freight line, and he has not left the tower decks. He has not left the lower decks. Why did I read tower? Decks in decades. Even a short journey could sunder the spirit from his ancient body. Is your temple located? I am not permitted to say. Didn't you just say it? If you wish to find the temple, you must walk the path of Saint Ariane? The matriarch spider. I don't like spiders. Hers was the thread that would become the blood-spun web. Her path began deep within the flagship in the dark tunnels of the freight line, and that is where yours must begin as well. This journey will bring you closer to the thread of the web, closer to the Undying One, closer to understanding death. I do not see the point of these riddles. Your temple is a part of my flagship. What has stopped me from simply walking inside? I will walk in the footsteps of the matriarch spider. Perhaps one day I will grant you that favor. Yeah, we really have to talk to the governor and shit. We gotta... Let's solve our problems in the Reichad system first before we start any side quests. I have heard the whispers of the Undying One. He awaits you. He calls to you. Your time will come. The cultists retreat into the shadows of Kibble's sheaths, as Kibble's sheaths her ceremonial dagger. Your blade awaits direction, Dumb and Jade. We will speak again when the time is right. Cool, so I got 2 scary people in my presence now. Do I hear 3? Well, Abelard seems to be able to just kill everything in one turn, so... Boy, chip map. Rogue Trader's ship is a veritable city sailing through the void. The ship has numerous compartments that you can visit. Navigate these compartments using the map of the ship, which you can access from the main elevator on the bridge or from any compartment. Okay. Alright, let's talk to the governor, then then I'll have to actually go to bed because I have work early in the morning tomorrow. To Reichad Minoris. Starport, bunker. I don't think our navigator should come, but I will bring Kibbles with me. Kibbles has joined the crew. Let's level you up. Time for me to make the worst decisions for... anytime an ability or telling you the fellowship bonus, Voidborn character can instead use the intelligence. Splash wound, the Voidborn character has a 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage, surviving with 1 wound. Okay, we're taking that first. Weapons skill to make you more deadly. Acrobatic artistry. The Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. If the Blade Dancer uses Death from above this turn, this movement repeats all uses of Vengeance. This ability costs 8 wounds. No. Oh, jeez. Why do all of these cost wounds? Jesus Christ. I don't know, let's go with that one. Athletics. More weapons skill. Actually, let's go with agility this time. Any Blade Dancer attacks made with a sword deal agility bonus additional damage. Good thing I got Let's bump up athletics more. Let's see. Dance of Thorns. Each time the Death Cold Assassin parries or dodges an attack on enemies with the... Ooh. Yoink. Upon the Death Waltz, the Blade Dancer immediately heals to full. The cost of abilities, wounds is reduced by half until the end of combat. Death Waltz also grants the Blade Dancer plus 4 additional charges of death from above until the end of combat. Strikes enemy upon a... I like that because that will actually get me to start using more of them that cost wounds. Let's see, steady hand. Sweeping motions. What's that? Ooh. Yoink. Let's up that agility more. Over here, we're gonna use... Oh, damn, it upped it. Oh, jeez. These soldiers must pass a toughness resistant test with a... or become immobilized for 1 round. All enemies immobilized by... count as full cover for Blade Dancer. Leto, Blade Dancer targets a single enemy vowing to dispatch their mark. Blade Dancer's next. Sorry, Blade Dancer regain. Oh! Wait, that's actually sick. If we get her, like, right next to someone that we're about to kill. that could actually be useful. Escape Artist. When dodges an attack made by an enemy who attacks them first time, and it's +1 charge of death from above. Enemy the blade it. Okay, yoink. Alright. Probably didn't grab anything effective there, but we'll work with it. Alright, Governor. Greetings, your lordship, says the governor in a dismissal voice, glancing reflexively at Solomorn. Governor Medina offers Heinrich a somewhat strange smile. Master Van Calix, it pleases me to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you intended to at the electrodynamic synovium. Interrogator nods without saying another word. After an uncomfortably long pause, Medina clears his throat and quickly turns towards you. When the governor notices Kibble's clothes and his eyes go wide, he adds softly and cautiously, "This woman, she's your bodyguard, I presume? Or is she here too?" He stops, choosing not to finish his question. I can't express how grateful I am for your help. Now that the insidious heretic's designs have been thwarted, nothing stands in the way of my plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of revolt is waning, entire squads of rebels are surrendering. We're witnessing the final days of the uprising. I have already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class voidfarers to you. The transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. Nice. I would also like to salute the savior of Rykar Minoris and have already given the order for a celebration to be held in your honor. We will mark your victory with an ancient custom, the triumph. You will drive through the city streets accompanied by a guard of honor, as befits a hero who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies, while your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds. Let me know how you have concluded your business in the system and are ready. Let me know once you have concluded your business in the system and are ready for the triumph to begin. Governor Medina is positively ablaze with enthusiasm. I'm not giving him a very enthusiastic tone. I'm sorry. In regards to your own participation in the triumph, Governor, You will accompany us to the starport to provide timely answers to any questions that may occur to me as I inspect the terminal there. That being said, you should appear before your subjects at least once at the end of the ceremony. Doing so will help to maintain order. There's no reason to let the people know that the world may soon be in for a change of leadership. Wait, does this... I wonder, does this make it, like, end the whole thing in the system? Like, this is, like, the next step to leaving the system? I have others in this system. Then I daren't, delay you any further, your lordship. This governor would like to honor Lord Captain of the Nation ceremony. Triumph. Okay. So... yeah, I think let's... yeah, let's head back. Let's do all the other stuff first, and then we will, all the other stuff in the system first, and then we will, head out, or head back. So, I'm gonna go and deal with these three, and then we'll, yeah, but we're gonna go back to the bridge first. We're gonna do the rest of those things another time, because I not only really badly have to go to the bathroom, but I also have to go to bed because I got work early in the morning tomorrow. So this was a short stream. I'm sorry. Oh, short stream for Rogue Trader. Cut to last stream being almost 6 hours long. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. And then exit to desktop. Here. Resume that music. Alright. Yep. That was some more Rogue Trader. We will pick that up more some other time. Let me check my schedule. I have work tomorrow, but I could stream in the afternoon. We're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be going back to Age of Mythology because the way I do my rotation of the games I'm playing it. We're gonna be going back to Age of Mythology again tomorrow. I am not gonna be streaming Tuesday through Friday. That is not happening, unfortunately. Because that is all closing shifts. Well, I might stream Friday because I'm off on Saturday. So we'll have another Rogue Trader stream Friday night. That might also be one of the times where where I stream early into the morning. And then Saturday will be Baldur's Gate 3, where we're going to be starting our campaign on that. So, yes. So, let's go ahead and raid somebody. Who do we have to raid? I think I already know somebody who I want to raid. If he's still alive. Yes, he is. Let's see, can I raid Shiabun? Yes, I can! Alright, because I was gonna open up Shy's stream anyways. So we're gonna raid Shiabun. Enjoy his stream. It is Spooky Sunday for him. He plays a bunch of spooky games on Sunday. Thank you all very much for watching the stream. If you did, make sure to hit the interaction buttons. Just start hitting a bunch of buttons and something will happen. Anyways, thank you for watching the stream. If you did, I will see you all later. Bye.